It's arguably that this is the best thing on your TV screens at the moment. And we are taking you all the way till 5 p.m. So listen up. Dalin, you guys know. We have the pleasure of hosting a couple of guys from the film
Finders Keepers.
Yeah, boy, yes.
And what's really exciting about the show is the fact that it's a local show. It's like a local film. So we urge you guys to go in your numbers. Take box office here. But don't worry, we have the guys in studio right now and we're about to talk to them. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
I actually see some familiar faces.
Okay.
Point fingers.
I don't know.
For all those who don't know you guys, please just kindly introduce yourselves.
Shall I start?
Yes.
As the eldest.
Oh wow. Okay.
My name is Stuart. No, I'm not. My name is Stuart Taylor, and I'm a comedian and now actor. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
Yes,
because I've been in a movie, so I can say I'm an actor.
Wow, guys, the shade.
Yeah, fair play. I'm Dalin Oliver. I'm a comedian as well, and I guess I'm an actor too. Yeah, Stuart.
Okay.
Confirmed, and this is the big boss over here.
This guy.
Hi there, I'm Maynard Kraak. I'm a comedian. No, I'm not. I'm a director and producer.
Okay, cool.
So as you guys said, you guys are comedians and actors. But you guys, your career in comedy is amazing. How did this come about?
Well, you know what? The industry is such that you kind of have to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
In this business, you can't just go, oh well, I'm only one thing. And you always kind of have it in the back of your head that maybe one day you'll progress from comedy into movies. And what happened was I met Maynard Kraak, who sent me a very, very funny script. And I read it and I was like, I don't care what role, I just want to be a part of this movie. The script was the funniest thing I had read. So yeah, I was very lucky to be cast as one of the actors in the movie, and it's almost like finding a second love. I mean, it's beautiful. I love the live stand-up comedy, but the movie business it's great. I mean, it's really an amazing experience.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, similarly, I met Maynard in 2014. We met up, handed me the script in Cape Town and read through it. Funny. He said I wanted to play one of the lead roles. I laughed, said, no, you don't trust me with this at all. He's like, no, I trust you with it, relying on your comedy skills. He said we have 3-4 other comedians, Seven Gacy, Stuart Taylor, Carl Weber, Darren Amos in the film. I want to rely on a nice cast of balance of comedy and experienced actors. And yeah, next thing you know, we formed a really cool movie.
So it's all comedians in this movie?
No, not all comedians.
Okay.
As Dalin just said, we got a mix of comic actors and stand-up comedians. I mean, I think that's the best recipe. Not to just have one thing. I think you need for a comedy movie, you need to have that kind of immediacy in terms, and I think that's what you have from stand-up comedians. They understand that immediacy of the moment, and whereas the actors, they come from a much more like this trained and long game, and sometimes they're not as fresh. You know, and that's what I liked about this, because totally in terms of comedy, I believe in letting the comedy dictate and let that be what's most important in terms of what we capture and what we actually end up in the print. So it's not only just about what's on the page.
Amazing. Well, must be a funny movie.
So I want to know the idea behind the whole film. Like, where did that come about?
Wow. Okay, so myself and you know Srini Pillay. Have you heard of the actor Srini Pillay? You guys are too young, but
oh wow!
Okay.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Speak for yourself, Ray. I don't know.
Back in the day, Generations had a very rainbow cast, and one of the actors there played Devon. Maybe you remember Devon.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
Srini. That is Srini Pillay. You're too young.
I'm so young. So
speak for yourself. Okay.
But Srini and I, we both come from Cape Town. I'm from Penland Estate.
Okay.
Srini's from Rylands Estate. And we were, he was here, he lives in Australia, he was here staying with me for 6 weeks. I was looking for a writer for a project which I had conceptualized, Finders Keepers, and that's where it started. It was something for us, which is going to be a kind of a throwback to when we were teenagers and young adults, you know, a movie that was really silly and just, you know, complete escapism. That is where we started. That's where it started, and then of course because we both hang out in strip clubs and talking nonsense.
Wow!
I'm joking.
Okay.
Wow! Like, wow!
Can I explain the context?
Okay.
So basically, it's the movie is set primarily at a strip club. Okay, Dalin's character plays a dude who cleans a strip club.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a woman who's a stripper, and there's a guy who's in love with one of the strippers.
Okay.
And they find a box. He finds a box with money, with diamonds, and a watch inside. The problem is, the watch belongs to one set of bad guys.
Okay.
The diamonds belong to another set of bad guys. And these three find themselves in the middle of some craziness. So that's basically the premise of the movie.
And it's really cool because within that characters and the plots, there's so many cool things that develop. It's like 3, 4, 5 storylines that happen all in one and it ties up at the end. And I mean, we filmed in Cape Town. We've got some really, really cool shots of the mother city, Hout Bay, and yes, it's going to be a dope movie.
It is a dope movie. Like I said, it sounds really funny.
I want to see it.
I want to see it. So let's go check it out.
The trailer.
Please.
Where did you find it?
In the toilet.
What the? In the toilet. That means it belongs to us.
Not with $30,000, bruh. US dollars and a watch.
Now, my contacts in Mother Russia, they send me diamonds hidden in the walls of this box.
It's ours now. So I have a plan. My plan sets us free. Your plan keeps us here.
Just give me one day. I promise you I'll find you diamonds.
You really think I will tell you so much and let you live?
You said to kill him.
How can I question him now? And why you do it in a private office when we can do it on public beach?
We'll only go to box.
Kirill says if you come in and return the money, he won't harm you.
He's trying to help us, Lonnie.
He's trying to kill us, Brian.
He works for Krill. So what's it going to take to get you out of here?
Kirill's dead. That's not all.
Listen, that's the love of my life, and she's here with me.
Brian, she doesn't love you.
You're going to kill them.
What the hell have you done, man? He thinks you stole that watch and killed his son.
Where is he?
Right now, we have to disappear.
I'm the answer, ain't no riddle. About to have the game start like I'm the middle.
Funeral music. Very popular at expensive places like this.
Call Kirill. Tomorrow, you all die.
He's gonna kill us. Found out about the bloody money. You don't want to see me lose it, no? I was in a fight once. Oh, my brain want to see it coming, man.
Dude, that's all kinds of wrong.
I'm resuscitating it, you sicko.
Ooh, no children for you! See, I know how to handle women. I used to practice on my sisters a lot.
Good morning, Sister Regina. What a beautiful sunrise.
So what am I becoming? I could have killed you, man.
So all I have to do is bring Lonnie and Brian here.
You see?
Always bigger, always better.
Arms against the wall.
Last time I checked, I still made the rules. Did the fish just wink at me?
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I have no words.
Wow.
Just one question to the director. I know there was a creative planning for this film, right? And you have creative people here. How did you manage all of that? How did you go about with this whole creativity of the film?
As I said previously, I mean, for me, from a performance point of view, I mean, you got to separate. There's a technical side of it, and that takes care of itself if you've got the people you can trust. And then it leaves me the space to work with actors and to give them the trust to do what they do, you know, in terms of bringing something fresh to the table. I don't know, I don't have to explain it myself. It's a really difficult thing. It isn't a technical textbook explanation in terms of what you do. You know, it's a matter of getting the actors to believe in you, believe in the product, and go on that journey, and for them to have that belief that I want them to be as funny as they possibly can, you know, and not always just having to say, okay, that's what's in the script, that's what we're going to have to record. No, that's not always, that doesn't work that way. That's not funny. You know, what's funny is what happens in the instant, the chemistry between two actors, three actors. You know, that's where the magic happens.
And usually when something is so scripted and you go with the script, I know we always say you shouldn't, the script is just there to guide you. Yeah. It's what's in the moment, what happens there. Hey.
Yeah, well, that was the case, man, because Yeah, Niels van Asphalt, one of the other leads, he plays Brian. That was literally how our characters developed, through friendship.
Wow. So now the movie premiered last week in all of our South African cinemas, and how has the response been like from the public?
It's been really cool. I mean, we've been getting lots of feedback on social media, and generally everyone who watches it, I think you're going to be blown away. Number one, the soundtrack is amazing. The pictures, it's just shot beautifully, and then you've got a really fresh South African comedy story. It could be a world story. I mean, and Maynard will maybe tell you about some of the places outside of SA that have bought it, because it's such an appealing story. It's just a great, funny story about a bunch of silly people. It's nothing heavy. And I think so the feedback has certainly been that it's refreshing, that it's unlike
Something
the typical
new.
South African movies. It's just it's a new thing. Go and watch it.
And I was even about to ask you guys, why do you think, for those people who haven't catched it and haven't watched it, why do you think that you actually go to the cinema right now at this moment and go watch that movie?
Because it's funny. It's really
funny. You
funny.
gotta crack. You gotta laugh.
You know, that's life is too short.
Yeah.
Too serious for us to be like all the time. You gotta have some silliness.
Different roots.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be funny. But just coming back to something else that Stuart said, and just touch on that. This soundtrack in this movie is probably one of the dopest soundtracks you'll ever hear in a South African film.
Oh wow!
And that's me. I'm 47.
Okay.
I'm talking about dopest. Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
You know,
You gotta dance.
Wow.
Okay, just to give you an idea. Do you guys like local music?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Of course.
We've got 4 Vusi Novum tracks in this movie. We've got Slice, we've got Deleuze, we've got Rugger Man, we've got Reddy D, Joel, Nazreen. I mean, this got some serious music. A lot of this music is new, hasn't been heard yet in South Africa. So what I've always liked to be is play ahead of the curve. And I think this film is slightly ahead of the curve, but the response has been fantastic from the people who've seen the movie. It's because it's generally funny, and as Stuart was saying, and Dalin was saying, it's slightly different to what you're expecting from a South African comedy. And because of that, the film has been picked up already. It's going to be released in India, in Hindi. I don't know how they're going to handle that. That Russian accent.
South African craziness.
The Russian mobsters. Can
Exactly.
you imagine, it's Russian.
I like it.
Man,
I like it. Wow, guys. So it's
local. It's on the streets.
Well, it's cool. So
That's
I just
what
want
it
to know, from a personal perspective, apart from the project, what else are you guys working on?
Yeah, so I'm in a cool space now, ironically, because my new one-man comedy show, Face for Radio, launched at the Baxter on the 21st of August.
Oh.
And yeah, Stuart Taylor's my director, and it runs until the 9th of September, so it's a really exciting place to be in. It's my second one-man show. I Thought I Left was the first one. Stuart Taylor directed it as well. Maynard is involved with the production of the DVD, and it's out on sale, so it's exciting because I can sell it at the Baxter. And yeah, 3 weeks of action-packed, then waiting on the road, PE, Joburg, Durban.
Chonga? Wow, making the things.
Hey, you're making the things that
That
need
make
to be
the
done.
things. That make the things. That can
Thank
have
you
the
guys
dance
so
and the
much for
dance.
coming. I had fun. This was fun. I don't want you guys to leave though.
No,
Is it because of the laughter, though?
We don't want you to leave though. Guys, you gotta watch the film, guys. Finders Keepers. It's available. Please
Finders
go
Keepers.
watch it. We gotta
Keepers.
all dab this one out.
Yes.
Please. Can we dab this one out?
1,
Yes.
2, 3, and woo!
yes, you heard
of course. That was so amazing.
There's so much more. Right, and said, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Yes.